Dear friends, it comes with great sadness that I am announcing the cancellation of the wedding. I apologize for canceling only 4 days beforehand. Unfortunately, and I have broken up due to some recent and irreparable problems. We have decided to end our relationship and not go forth with any future proceedings. However, we are remaining civil and are still a team for our son. After hours of tears, mental exhaustion, and even disassociation, I have come to this decision. In 1 hour after posting this status, I am going to delete my Facebook. Social media has caused me only paranoia and toxicity. I will be spending these next 2 months backpacking in South America, because fuck taking care of my son, exploring my soul and ridding myself of toxic energy brought on by friends and family, the ones who I thought I could trust the most. Hence, I will be out of the country for all of October and November. Exactly when he's in school. I guess that's why. Please don't contact me. When I'm ready, I'll make a new Facebook and add friends, family that haven't fucking stabbed me in the back. How did this all come crashing down? Well, I invite you all on Facebook, players, bystanders, and side characters of the people in my life, to take a seat and listen. You're all involved somehow. Somehow everyone is wrapped up in this mess. Even if you weren't invited to my wedding, I don't care. You might hear of drama, and I'd rather you hear it from me. I'm not asking for sympathy, yeah, fucking right I'm not. I just wanted to tell my story. Before I begin this mini-novel, I invite you all, including the cunts who have ruined my marriage and life, to put yourselves in my shoes for once. Let me take this stage and let me voice the most painful few months of my life, because I don't take the stage all the time. First things were a fairy tale. I met the love of my life at 14. No, you fucking didn't. We were both young, but somehow we just knew we were meant to be. Again, I fucking doubt it. We worked on my family's farm together. With each warm summer spent in the fields, our love grew deeper and deeper. That's not love, that's his dick. Fast forward to high school. We went strong all 4 years. He put a ring on my finger when I was 18, way too early. It was worth $5,000, way too fucking much. We'd put everything on the line for each other, everything. We both chose to attend the same community college and worked full-time in order to build our dream. We spent most of our days by each other's sides. I will always be thankful for that. Fast forward a few years, I was 20. I realized I was pregnant with my first. We were elated, tearful, and thankful to God for this gift. After giving birth to Decline, I knew that seriously, his name is Decline. I think that's probably supposed to be pronounced Declan, but I'm calling that Decline from now on. I knew the next step would be to focus on my career and become financially stable. My ex did the same. We saved and saved. I was in love, I was happy, and I was looking forward to life. We continued working and even got our degree, singular degree. It was hard, yes, but so blissfully worth it. We managed to save up nearly $15,000 for a wedding. Since our love was like a fairy tale, we wanted an extravagant blowout wedding, one where our son could be included. We started touring venues and were torn between two. A local psychic, because I waste my money, told us to go with the more expensive option, probably because she invested in it. And we thought, why the hell not? We're stupid. We just needed a little push. Our dream wedding amounted to $60,000 because we don't know what a dollar is worth. All included with flights to Aruba. That's not a wedding, that's a honeymoon. That shouldn't be included. All we asked for was a little help from our friends and family to make it happen. You had $15,000 and you need 60. That's more than a little help. I specifically, and I mean specifically, asked for cash gifts. How could we have our wedding that we dreamed of without proper funding? By having a cheaper wedding. We'd sacrificed so much and only asked each guest for around $1,500 because everyone we know is a 1%er. We talked to a few people who even promised us more to make our dream come true. I guess they actually are 1%ers. My maid of honor, who shall not be named, Lord Voldemort, pledged $5,000 along with her planning services. We tearfully thanked and accepted. My ex's family offered to contribute $3,000. So our request for $1,500 for all other guests was not fucking out of the ordinary. Yes, it fucking was out of the ordinary, you fucking bitch. Like we made it clear, if you couldn't contribute, you weren't invited to our exclusive wedding, because we're a launch party for a fashion line. It's a once-in-a-lifetime party until everyone else gets married and they all ask you for $2,000 back. So we sent out RSVPs and only 8 people replied and sent us a check. Fucking duh. We were livid. We were fucking livid. I imagine. How was this supposed to happen without a little help from our friends? To make matters worse, my ex's family took back their offer. Suddenly, more people backed out, including the cunt maid of honor, my best friend since childhood, my second family. I was so shocked and tearful. To make matters worse, it was only a month before the wedding. To cancel everything would have been more than $5,000. Because you shouldn't have spent more than that to begin with. If you only have $15,000 in savings, you probably shouldn't have spent more than $5,000 on the entire wedding. Desperately, we resent our invites and asked people to donate what they could. I mean, seriously, people, what is $1,000 besides a week's wages? What is $1,500 besides... Seriously, who the hell thinks that's not a lot of money? How rich do you think you're not because you don't have more than $15,000 to begin with? Clearly not a lot. It would be quite manageable if within budget. I've heard of people asking for worse. Yes, and those people suck. Just like you. We also set up a GoFuckMe. That only got us $250, because why the hell would strangers pay for your dumbass entitled wedding? At this point, we were exhausted, tired. I yelled at my ex. I became unraveled. I realized my dream wedding was becoming a nightmare, and then it got worse. My ex came to the room and offered to get a Vegas wedding done. I laughed in his face, but he was dead serious. He wanted those cheap, ragged, filthy, whore-like Vegas weddings. I mean, what the fuck? He was out of his mind. Am I some hooch piece of fucking trash? A hooker? Am I supposed to like the idea of getting married in the heart of shady gamblers, alcoholics, and the get-rich-fast fallacy, as opposed to the get-paid-by-everyone-for-nothing fallacy? Suddenly, my body began to shake as I entered a panic attack because I've never experienced stress before. My ex left the room and didn't apologize for his hard suggestion. I then called my maid of honor and cried my eyes out, because emotional manipulation always works. Instead of sympathy, I was told I was asking for way too much, and I should stick to my budget. I mean, no words can describe other than reasonable and measured and rational. How could someone who offered me thousands of fucking dollars then deny me my promised money and then tell me to shift down my budget question marks. She knows my fucking dream was a blowout wedding. I just wanted to be a Kardashian for a day. No one should ever be a Kardashian unless you really, really want to kill Captain Kirk and then live my life like normal. I called her a filthy fucking poor excuse for a friend because I'm a filthy fucking poor excuse for a friend, and then hung up. She blocked me on all of social media. Rumors swirled. I repeat myself. I received anonymous threats. That's unfortunate. My ex stayed out later and later. No shit, he was gonna marry you. And I have a feeling he even cheated. I hardly blame him. My bridesmaids climbed on the boat with my maid of honor and dissed me. Of course they did. They essentially told me I was crazy, because you are. They asked for their deposit back. Admittedly, deposits are generally non-refundable. So I said, fuck you! I refuse to give it back until they can pay me back for their emotional distress. You mean your emotional distress, not their emotional distress, or you should be the one paying them for their emotional distress. In fact, you probably caused them a lot of emotional distress. My ex started to talk to my maid of honor and gossip about me behind my back when he wasn't cheating on me with a whore. I overheard him talking in the basement when he called me a stuck-up bitch, because I am. I verified he was talking to lied and I can't read the top quarter of letters and this is cut off a bit. Anyway, I am exhausted. I am bone tired, because that's a thing. My heart is not the same. I'm stone cold Steve Austin. Fragmented, empty. I need to get away from this awful society that somehow taught me I was entitled to $60,000 for no reason. How hard would it have been to fucking donate friends? Apparently easy. You donated all of yours. Do I matter to you? Probably less now. Just fucking give me money for my wedding. No, you're a cunt. I won't even sugarcoat. Good, neither will I. I won't even pretend that's not what I wanted. It was for a dream. I was stabbed, cheated on, and worked. Goodbye. See you in 2 months. Hope my boyfriend hasn't taken the kid and left by then. Goodbye, debt decline. Friendly reminder to you cunts. Don't think you own me. I am cutting all of you snakes off. I am living my life alone now. I only let in those I believe have good intentions, Oxo. I have no words. You're out of your mind, Susan. What has happened to you? Who the hell expects that amount of money?